What's up, everybody? Meet Lauren. We are going to check out this house that we're closing escrow on tomorrow, except you've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
Well, I guess you've seen like the Matterport and online because you helped us design that boob lady.
I did do that.
That was a good design. I thought we did a good job on that.
The boob lady or my design?
Both. But you haven't seen inside, so let's go inside and actually get your reaction.
Okay.
So first things first, what do you think about the backyard? I know usually you start at the front of the house, but you know, this backyard, what do you think?
I think the fence needs a little bit of help.
Yeah, we'll have to fix this.
And there may be a little bit too many plants covering the area, maybe. So actually, it probably would be so simple, but how amazing, like an hour, our guys just like going through it.
Because they come in here with like an army of people.
They do.
Yeah,
it's just
gone.
Like, oh, new landscaping.
All of a sudden, what looks like big problem is no problem.
Yeah, it's so dense that I can't even know when the end of the lot from this angle is.
So as we walk through this, why don't you tell me what you would do to turn this into a rental? Because I think you know, I want to turn it into a triplex.
I do not.
So let's go through, get your reaction and your opinions on what you would do. So I know you would blow this out. Would you like pour concrete back here? Or
No.
what could we spend money on? Let's spend some money.
I would have like a little bit of a grassy patch, and then I would have basically mulch kind of on the outer perimeter, maybe. And I don't even know how much is over there, but have a little bit of grass and then have mulch with some drought tolerant plants and call it a day.
What about the fence? Should we replace it and rebuild it?
No, I think you could totally re-secure it, put some posts up there and paint it a different color, and then you're done.
But I don't want to be a slumlord.
It's still a functioning fence.
All right, Lauren, welcome on in to your new home, or new rental home.
Oh, I can't be here long.
Why?
I have a sixth sense of cat because I'm so severely allergic to cats.
Wait, you noticed that already?
Yeah.
We just got in here.
No, I can't be here more than 2 minutes.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I guess we have
Let's
a 2-minute
hop to
video.
it,
All right,
okay.
what should we do? What should we do about this half wall? And no, and I learned this, we are standing on concrete, which kind of sucks because they raised it over there. It's like, why do you have this raised concrete thing?
Oh.
See, ordinarily, like I thought, okay, fine, it's concrete, big deal, we'll just jackhammer right here. But there's rebar in here tied into the foundation of the house over here, so then you're destroying the foundation over here
Wow.
potentially. It's a pain in the butt.
So I'm like super pathetic, and I literally can't be in that house too long, so I had to step out to explain what I wanted to do about that concrete, which is to keep it, because if it's so intact with the whole house and the whole structure, it just doesn't make any sense to remove it, and you just have to work with it.
So we gotta figure out how to integrate this random patch of concrete into our family room.
Yeah, that sounds really bad.
That sounds bad. I'm hoping maybe we could like turn that into like a pantry or like a laundry room, but then the problem is this
Yeah.
wall goes up to the vaulted ceiling and then it's funky, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah, because it has its peak.
Okay, so what about this add-on in general? Like, is it worth them even having built this? And like, what about the fireplace? Like, what's your take on all this?
Just a heads up, and it's kind of sad that I have to clarify this, but some people think that because I ask questions, I'm somehow clueless or don't have my own opinion. I've just found in life that when I ask for other people's perspectives and reasons, I learn a whole lot more than school ever taught me.
I think this is really obnoxious. I knew that it was really obnoxious, but now being here, it's very obnoxious.
So you're saying it's worse than what the Matterport made it appear like?
I think so, yeah. I definitely think there's a value in getting rid of it.
Can we keep the carpet?
No, actually, this is what clued me in that there was cat. Oh, this is because it smells like cat urine. Ooh, crystal.
Oh, crystal ball light.
So it's super easy to remove the acoustic ceiling too. I feel like a lot of people think it's a lot bigger of a deal than it is. It's super simple, and you should do it if you're gonna remodel. Oh, you could keep this and reglaze.
You would keep this vanity?
I think you could reglaze it.
Well, we could keep the Miami Vice tiling too, right?
No.
Why not?
I like this like you could just have these two, but like no, let's put this like extra square. I guess it makes sense for them because then you
Well,
can see
this is
yourself.
usually hiding something.
Uh-oh. Oh! That's definitely where drugs were stashed. Okay, so
Okay, I didn't even know that. I just guessed that.
that's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think you could keep this, reglaze it, and paint this a new coat, new hardware, and then pretty much good. And you could keep this, keep that. Looks pretty decent.
Would you glaze this tile or just leave it pink?
No, you glaze it.
But that matches the flowers.
Oh, well, you know, we're not keeping the floor, this floor, so.
What would you put on this floor? Because you've got the hardwood over here.
Yeah, I would probably have like a linoleum, like tile looking.
Oh, kind of like that gray one we've been using? Okay.
Except not the gray, because we are keeping this flooring, so you do have to coordinate with matching this kind of more yellowish brown.
Oh, so this would not work with gray is what you're saying?
No, it would clash.
Which, by the way, if you want to learn more about how we bought a deal like this for over $100,000 below market value, and exactly the type of brand and the sheet flooring that we're going to be putting into this bathroom, the color, consider checking out the real estate investing course and the do-it-yourself property management and rental renovations course linked below. I add content to these courses on a regular basis, so I like to consider them living and breathing courses where we can interact and I can add content.
This design actually isn't as bad as I thought it was when I was going through the Matterport. I thought like this weird area off the kitchen was more bad than it is. But again, because of this add-on, I do feel it's necessary to work with the kitchen in a different redesign and make this more of a functional, like separate rooms instead of this free-flowing thing going on.
What do you mean separate rooms? Like
I think
you
that
would
they're...
turn this into a separate, you mean like a triplex?
No, I think that this should be enclosed actually with a door, is what I was thinking.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, to separate, to like delineate the step
and then
down?
I personally like just thinking, okay, if I were living here as a mom of 2, what would I like for this room? And it'd be like, I'd love this as a family room, and then have a separate majorly big playroom would just be awesome. And it's separated, you can close the door and it's more functional. That's what I like.
And then we could keep the fireplace.
No fireplace.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I guess you could have a step down with the door being there. It's a little weird.
That is weird, because it's kind of like you're gonna fall
That's
off.
why originally I was thinking raise the flooring, but that just caused a lot, more problems. But I
Well,
do
yeah,
think
because then everybody was telling us, oh, well, you know, you raise the flooring, which is true. You raise the flooring 6 inches. These doors are only like well, actually, these are only like 2.5 feet off the floor. So now they're 2 feet off the floor. That gets funky. You know, you got to raise the door. That solves the concrete problem over there, though, which is a nice benefit of so it's kind of like,
oh, good point.
yeah, because
That's a really good
if you
point.
raise the whole floor, you solve that concrete issue. These are the only windows in the house that are not dual pane. So maybe, ooh, this is an idea. Maybe what you do, so that way it's not a structural change, is you leave the existing headers and widths of these windows, then just raise the floor the 6 inches, but then just put in a new dual pane window, an equivalent 6 inches higher, so your window's now smaller,
Like
but big
that.
deal, these windows are pretty big. You get rid of all this brickwork for the fireplace. Now you've got raised windows, no structural work because it's within the header that's already in the wall. You've now solved this crazy concrete step, which now all of this is one flat level. So you've gotten rid of this as an issue. Now this floor matches this floor in height. So why then not just pull the same floor through this if it's all the same height? What do you think?
Yeah, but you can't get that same flooring, right?
Well, I mean, you could, it's just expensive. Like, so is it better to should you just like carpet this room again, or should you put
You
like...
could. I mean, if you're closing it off, you could carpet it, and
If
that's
you're
easy.
closing it, but I mean, well, who wants to close it off? Like,
I do. I think that's a
why?
great idea,
But
because-
everybody always wants to open things up, like open floor plan,
I think
right?
definitely close this off because
This could be a warehouse.
it's weird to have like, here's the big normal family room and then go into this even bigger family room right behind it. That's
Yeah,
not...
but who says that has to be the family room? So it's family room to family room.
It just is. I mean,
it could be the dining room.
It's not. It's definitely not. It has a fireplace. It's the family room.
Dining rooms have fireplaces.
Not this one. I like that idea a lot. I don't think that you, trying to say this super nicely, are seeing how it's weird in the design sense, maybe. And then I also think
With having this whole like French door thing you're talking about.
well, it doesn't even have to be a French door. It could just be a door.
Just a single door?
Oh, yeah, that's true. It does. It should be 2 doors.
Okay, so a double door.
Double door.
Okay. Glass or no glass?
No glass.
Oh, you can make it a soundproof studio like mine.
No.
Oh.
No, just 2 doors.
Okay.
No glass. And lead into that. I mean, there's so many things with this large space people, a family could actually make use of. It could be the game room. It could be the huge playroom for kids. A lot of different uses. But to me, if you don't close it off, it's just weird to have such a widely open, like free-flowing space going in from one family room to another family room is what people will think it is.
So, I mean, you're really creating this like man cave. Could you keep the fireplace then?
No, it's gotta go.
What if you paint it?
Appeal to the masses. I mean, like, this one is so big and obnoxious, and even has like the side, you know, stuff on each side of the actual fireplace.
Could you do that again? That side, yeah.
The side stuff. That it really, like, this is the only time I've ever seen with all of the remodels I've done where I'm actually saying it would make sense to remove it because it's that obnoxious, and I think it would be such a turn off to so many people.
The good news is it doesn't actually extend to the outside.
I remember that.
Yeah,
so
so
that
all
added
this
to
stuff
me
go.
being like, yeah.
I told you that.
Yeah. That tree needs to be trimmed. I feel like it's getting dangerously close to hitting the part of the roof.
Yeah, that's...
Any year now, just wait. maybe a few years, but it's dangerously close.
Well, that's the rat bridge.
Oh, true. So it could have an easy hop to the
Yeah, exactly. Well, they go from the Bobby to the house.
Yeah.
Now I want to ask you about the kitchen and the floor scratch. So let's do the kitchen and we'll talk back out here. Let's look at the kitchen again. So I know you've seen the kitchen on the Matterport, but you've got, so now if this is raised up.
Hold on, sorry. I just have to comment or say, the smell is putrid. Like, it smells like pure cat urine. I don't know how you didn't get that, but I'm like, every time I go from outside to inside, I'm like, oh.
Actually, now if you raise this floor, you could get rid of this half wall because it's all on the same level then.
Yeah, easily. And
so
then,
it solves that problem. That's actually a good idea.
Yep.
Okay, so, well then you could close that
this
off.
off.
Make this the pantry,
Yeah.
washing room, laundry room.
Whoa, which one? Well, it doesn't matter. One
I guess, doesn't matter, okay.
Now, one of the reasons Lauren said doesn't matter is because we're actually planning on also closing off this door over here and then putting some pantry cabinetry space here. We might decide to pull a little bit of this wall back, but we'll see how it is first.
I don't know, that's something to think about. I don't know, we'll have to revisit the SketchUp and see.
Now, what do you think about like the condition of these cabinets and everything? Do you think these are keepable? What's your take?
Yeah, 100%.
What do you mean? I mean, they look old and grungy, and look at that wall behind
I've seen
you.
like way worse that we've actually fixed them up and had to do some like woodwork too. These are great condition.
Well, what about the brick? There's brick everywhere in this house.
Yeah, keep it.
What?
Yeah, paint it.
Oh, okay. All right, what about the floor scratch?
Where is it?
Well, let's see if you could find it, because supposedly they fixed it.
Here it is. Shiny. I don't know, I mean,
This is their fixed version.
yeah. I would want to see it in the day, how obvious it is.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious even at night, so I don't know. I'd say take your credit and just leave it.
What do you think about the place? Is it a good buy? You know, it's definitely a Wedge. It's being bought for $660K. Fixed up the
And
place.
this is like seriously one of the best areas in town, so that's a huge perk.
We do like sticking to the really good areas, huh?
Yeah.
So anyway, here are the bottom line numbers on it. We bought the place for $660,000. We're expecting to put $40,000 to $50,000 into it, which means we should be all in with holding costs and escrow fees and all that for somewhere around $715,000. And we expect that the property will be worth somewhere between $815,000 to $840,000 on the high side. Worst case, if we had to turn around and put this on the market for $799,000, we think it would sell immediately.